So when you're ready to take the Chapter 1 test, meaning that you have received at least 50% on each of the chapter assignments, then you'll notice that the quadratic functions chapter test is now visible, meaning that you can click on it. But before you click on it, it's really important that you read through these directions before attempting your first test, and also print out the quadratic functions chapter test written work, because that is where you will do all of your work and submit that work for marks as well with your test. So let's click on this. All right, so in the test instructions, it will describe to you how long you have to complete the test. Each test is between 7 to 12 short answer or multiple choice questions that are all done online. Before you start the test, so before you click on this Attempt Online Activity Now, you need to make sure that you have gone to the supervisor form for all chapter tests, that you've printed it out, and that it's completed with whoever will supervise your tests. All chapter tests must be supervised by an adult, and this can be an adult that's related to you. The final exam is the exception, where you need to have it done at an EBUS approved testing center, which we have throughout the province. When you get close to the final exam, we can talk about that. So for the chapter test, just make sure that you've printed out the supervisor form and completed it, because this also needs to be submitted with your test before I'll mark it. So you need to print out that, and you also need to print out this formula sheet. Yeah, that's just really going to help you with the test, as there are essential formulas on that. So you don't need to worry about memorizing formulas in this course. Just use this formula sheet because it's the same one that will be provided with your final exam. So it's really good if you get comfortable with the same one. Okay, so once you have your formula sheet printed out, your supervisor form filled out, and the chapter test written work printed, then you are ready to begin your test. So then click on your chapter test, Attempt Online Activity Now, and it'll ask for a password. Okay, and so that password is going to be what I provide for you in the feedback comments for your last assignment for that chapter. So in the second quadratic functions assignment, once you've achieved 50%, I'll send you the quiz password in the feedback comments. And so you'll just type it in, and then you can begin your test. Okay, so you'll go through all of these questions, and then the last question on every test isn't really a question. It's just a place to upload your written work. So you'll press this plus sign here, you'll choose your file, and you'll upload your written work. So you can either get that written work to your computer by scanning it, or you can also take pictures of each page of your written work and convert that into a zip file, just like I instructed you to do with your assignments, and upload that. Very, very important thing to do. You must type something here in this comment box, otherwise I am not notified that you have completed your test, and so I will not know that it needs to be marked. And so you'll just have a 0 or something very near a 0 on it until I know that you've submitted it. So this is very important. Make sure you type something in this box. And as far as marking of the tests goes, each question is out of 3 marks. So there'll be 1 mark for getting the right answer, and then 2 of the marks based on your written work. So even if you get none of the answers correct, don't panic, because if you've done the work correctly, then you'll get at least 2 out of 3 for each question. So that's why the written work option is a really good idea, because you could just be making simple mistakes all the way around. So make sure you write your comment here and that you upload your written work, and then you'll press next and submit all and finish. Submit all and finish. And that's all there is to the test.